I'm here with Freddie Hart, and what an honor it is to see you again, sir, after working for you as one of the Heartbeats. You remember those days?
Oh, my goodness. Keith, I tell you, first of all, let me say what a blessing it is to see you. You are quite a treasure. You really are.
Well, you know what? I know you don't even know this because I haven't had the chance to sit down for 5 minutes and tell you, but your record, a brand new record on your gospel album, Let's Witness for the Lord.
Yeah.
Let's Witness to the Lord. You know, it debuted at number 14 in the top 20 gospel charts and went up 7 numbers in 1 week. That's a number a day. You're number 7 this week.
You know, there's a good friend I'd like to introduce. His name is Roger Woods. He's got a wonderful mind. He just loves country music, and he's really great in the gospel field. Got a heart as big as all outdoors. He really does. And he's responsible for my website. And if you ever get a chance to look on my website, it's called Freddie Hart Through the Years. Man, what can I say? God, I'm so thankful. I really am. You know, gospel music is where my heart's at. You know, right now. You know, country music I love so much. They've been a treasure and a blessing to me. They really have. And I could wish I could put my arms around the world and say thank you. I mean, I really do. But this song number 7, hey, thank you.
Went up a number every day this past week, up all the way up to number 7 this week, Freddie. And I want to say one other thing too about the gospel album, and that is, it's a little bit different sounding for you. Your voice is the same, but the production on it is a little bit more modern. What did you think about that when you were making this record?
I'll tell you, the people I was. When I recorded this, before we recorded it, Keith, we went in a room and prayed. Honest, we did. That's the truth. And everybody wanted to. And I don't know, it seemed like God was with us right there.
Well, when I played the record for the very first time, which was about 3 weeks ago, Roger Woods, one of your promoters, sent it to me. And I said, get me about 5 copies of this, and we'll hold a country music trivia contest. And every time we had callers calling in, whether it was the second caller or the third caller, they'd win the CD. The very first lady that won one was Barbara Blevins from Hobbs, New Mexico. And she sat down and cried. Listened to that record and started crying.
I wish I could have been there to say thank you and put my arms around her. You know, I do believe that God meant for this album to be cut. I know without him, I couldn't have wrote the songs. And I don't know, that's just, we all felt that God was right in the room. Honest, we really did. In fact, some of the people in the room singing was crying.
Well, it certainly has a message. Every song on there is a message, of course. Every song you write has a message. That's the one thing about Freddie Hart, is every song, you've either lived it or you know somebody that's lived it. And, I mean, that song, she's my favorite entertainer, and she don't even sing.
You remember that?
I do. I do. If fingerprints showed up on skin, wonder whose I'd find on you.
Hey, shame on you. Oh, my goodness. You know, I used to get an awful lot of requests for those songs. I mean, really and truly. A song's very real to me, as you know, Keith. People put to music. That's what I think country music is. And so I think the gospel music. And I don't know, you've got to feel something in. If you do a gospel song, and I've heard gospel songs, people sang some, had beautiful voices, but they really didn't mean it. They didn't feel it, I guess, you know. But I don't know, when I sing a gospel song, even if I did write it, I feel it. I feel that, you know, I feel that God's right there sitting inside of me. And I want to do it right, and my heart just gets full. Sometimes I get full of tears. Honestly, I do. I recorded some songs, on this album, Where He Leads Me, I Will Follow. Remember the Way He Leads Me?
Yeah.
The people that there was recording didn't know I was going to do the talking on that. They didn't know I was going to say the prayer like I did. And I'd see some of them was crying, honest. So I know God was there. I really do. And I am so thankful to all you wonderful people out there that if I can be a blessing to you, God knows what a blessing it is to me. That's what I pray for, to be a blessing to people, you know. 'Cause God has been so good to me.
Freddie Hart talking about a little inside here about the gospel album, the brand new gospel, available on all digital sites on the internet, Roger Woods Promotions, Freddie Hart's website. Hey, that Down Through the Years website's doing something else. I'll tell you what, that's getting a lot of visitors, Freddie. And we'll be right back after these good words with more of Freddie Hart. Freddie, we're here at Hilltop Recording Studio in Madison, Tennessee, legendary recording studio, as you already know. You're recording a song today, and it's Lefty Frizzell, the man that gave you your start in this business. And it's kind of a tribute song. Can you tell our listeners a little bit more about the song and why you wrote it?
Well, like Keith was saying, Lefty gave me my break. I went on the road with him for about 3 years. I got to know Lefty real well. You know, Lefty was quite unique in so many ways. He had a charisma about him, had a walk and a talk. He loved to tell stories, too. And you knew something, and you really knew that all the stories he told wasn't true, but you wanted to listen to him anyway. That's the kind of person he was. He was really one of a kind, original in every way. Lefty, you know, you could go out and be with Lefty for a while, and he would rub off on you. And when he did, if I had a hard time washing it off, I'll tell you, he was awful hard to get rid of. You wouldn't want to. Lefty was really quite great. I'm just so thankful to him, you know. He had so many songs. Lefty recorded in the top 10 we had. That's all we had back then. He had 5 in the top 10.
At once.
Can you believe that? 5 in the top 10, and all we had was top 10 at that time.
Right.
Him and Hank Williams was about the biggest thing going, you know, at that time. And I was with him on the road, and I get up on the stage, I sang some of his songs, and sometimes I would introduce Lefty on the stage, and we done so many wonderful things together. And if you had a party, Lefty would be, he would really, really stand out, really, in the big way. And if you come in the room, you couldn't miss him hardly. You know, he was really, like I said, he was original. He wasn't just a star that you could call just a star. He looked like a star. He looked the part. And on the stage, he was magic. He was really something special. Well, I could go on for a year and talk about Lefty. I got so many things to say about Lefty. But I do know that anyone that ever met Lefty will never forget. He was that kind of person. A legend in every sense of the word. He was truly a star in country music. A giant, really.
Thank you for sharing that with us, Freddie. We really appreciate that. That was a wonderful story. Thank you. We'll be right back after these good words.
You know, we was talking about Lefty a while ago, but David, his brother, oh, what a great artist he is, too. What a great man he is. He's got so much character about him. To be around him, he was a pleasure to be with. He talk and fellowship with him. And write songs. He's a fine songwriter. A very loving person, really. Had a heart as big as all the outdoors. In fact, he recorded one of my songs years ago. He's got a wonderful voice. He really has. But most of all, he's a wonderful person. And music, he knows the music business so well. He can be a promoter, a manager, or an artist, a great artist he is. He's still touring, too, and sings like a bird. Most of all, I must say, he's a dear friend of mine, and will be forever, really. I know you would love Lefty, and I know you'd love his brother, David. You know, back quite some time ago when David was a little boy, I used to carry him on my shoulders. I think he's 12, 13, or 14, something like that. And I'm a lover, not a fighter, really, but I do know how to fight. I started out learning jiu-jitsu and went to the judo division, taught the police department for a while. Fighting was a good thing to learn, to know how, anyhow. It's been good for me, for my body, for my brain, and it learned me how to get along with people and have patience and things like that. And David, I used to show him some hooks and things like that. He'd get a big laugh out of it. Oh, David is really special. And I look to you to, you get a chance to say hi to him. I promise you, you won't forget him when you meet him.